what's the word? So in this transmission, I'm gonna talk about this post I made. Y'all tweaking on that bit, which is good, because like I can see now that we need that conversation, because it's an important conversation. So first thing I'm gonna say is, like, when you start getting on a higher frequency, you know that all the partners and admirers and suitors and all of that you attract is a reflection of you. So every time people be trying to blame their reflection for what's happening, like blame the mirror for what they're receiving, whatever, like, you look goofy. But there's also like validity to what people be saying too, right? So first thing I'm gonna say is, like, when I'm speaking, bro, I'm speaking from personal experience. I'm speaking from wisdom. I'm speaking from what I've been through in my life, what I've talked to other people about, like what they've been through, like, and what I've observed. Like, it's a collection of a bunch of stuff. So I'm not just talking on my ass. Like, I'm not just talking to talk. Like, I'm really expressing something from a place of, like, being grounded and being real, right? So I'm gonna tell you about the experience I had, right, personally. So a couple years ago, right, I was at this job. It's not a 5, it's a warehouse job, and it was this girl who was like super attracted to me. Like, I mean, like, super attracted to me. I'm like, she dumb fine. Like, I gotta say something to her, right? So I approach her and we have like just simple conversation. You know, what's your name? Da da da. How long you been working here? Da da da. I tell her she's beautiful and stuff. Da 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 da. I tell her I want to get to know her, and she's like, you know how girls be. She like, oh, maybe da da da. So we, you know, end the conversation, go on about our days, right? So the next time I talked to her, like, she started treating me like, and if you from Chicago, you know what that means. Like, when a girl or when a dude treating you, like, she started treating me. She like, you don't know me. Da 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 da. Why you trying to talk to me? Da da da. I'm not one of those. All this stuff, right? I'm like, damn. So I backed off, right? So I'm like, all right, let me just back up off her. So left her alone. I'll just go out on my own business, right? Still working, but the thing is, like, my frequency is like high, and my frequency was like rising at that time. So I was like getting into a more deeper, intimate connection with myself, and therefore with other people, right? So, like, even though she was like, leave me alone, I can still feel her energy. Like, I can still feel it. And me being a Scorpio, me being a water sign, like, I feel energy deeply. So I can still feel her energy. So I start like kind of like courting her. Like that's what I'm on. Like, I'm courting her, like I'm figuring her out. So, you know, we start having little conversations here and there, and she's still closed off, but I could feel her start opening up, right? And it's one conversation that we had in particular where I asked her, like, just straight up, I'm like, why you so closed off? And she's like, oh, I'm like that with everybody. So I keep talking to her and stuff. And after that conversation, it's like I start learning her for real. And that was maybe like a 10-minute conversation, maybe. All the other conversations we had was like very short, but that was like a meaningful conversation. And as I start reflecting, I'm like, damn. I start seeing things from girls' perspectives a lot more, because a lot of dudes approach women and expect them to just automatically like go with whatever they say, or just like fold for them. Like, they expect them to fold just off them approaching them. And it's like, that don't even make sense, because you know how many dudes approach women, and you know how many women get approached So if they just like accepted every dude, like that wouldn't be sustainable. So they're going off the way you make them feel, like how you look, you know, your presentation, like what you say to them, like how calm your aura feels, like how safe she feels around you, the things you talk about, whether you guys have things in common, like interests, all of that type of stuff, right? That's what she's going off when she's gonna decide whether she wants you to like to know her or not. So like if you want to get closer to her, then it's like you gotta keep talking to her to like show her that you're not just a regular dude just trying to fuck, right? So I keep talking to her stuff, and then eventually we got cool. Like we got cool as hell. Like, and I start to see her open up. I start to see her beauty for real. Like I remember one of the first times I talked to her, I was like, why you not looking at me in my eyes? Like I want to see your eyes. So when I started looking at her eyes, like I start seeing like who she is as a soul. Feel me? So the thing is though, like how I said my frequency was raising at that time, I ended up leaving that job like really a week or two after we really started getting cool, because my frequency just started getting too high, like too high to be at that job. And one thing that's interesting is like my OG, my mom, she always used to tell me, she like, man, you so closed off. Like you hella closed off. You hella standoffish. And when I started reflecting on who I was after I left the job, I started to realize, bro, she acted the way I used to act. Like she literally acted the way I used to act. I used to be hella closed off. I used to be like hella standoffish, and like that's part of the reason I was attracted to her, right? So like as I started talking to her and we started building a connection, it's really me building a connection with that part of myself. Like that wounded feminine energy in myself was reflected in her, and that's the reason why I was attracted to her, because like I needed to see that mirror in order to heal that part of myself, right? And like when I started to do that, my whole life changed. That's why I couldn't be at that job no more, because like when we talk about like masculine and feminine energies and all of that, it's not like just so simple. The way these energies manifest in your life, hold on, I need y'all to see this. This is insane. Oh shit. Whoa, hold on. My fault. I'm on a mini vacation right now, and this is absolutely magnificent. But anyway, I'm tweaking off this shit right now. This is crazy. But when you start to talk about how these energies manifest in your life, bro, like your feminine energy does attract like whatever experience you have, and then your masculine energy is what maintains and also either decides to change or how to like improve the situation. So if you have a wounded energy, feminine energy, it's gonna hinder your ability to be able to receive experiences, to be able to receive pleasure, to be able to receive love, to be able to receive blessings. Like if your feminine energy is wounded and you are very like closed off to life, and you're like, I hate life, men are so scary, life is so scary, like I gotta be closed off, I can't trust nobody, all of that, it manifests in your experience. And those are wounds that you have to tend to in order to upgrade your life. So as you start, like, I ain't gonna lie, driving through these mountains, it just got me calm as hell. Like, I know y'all hear it too, like my frequency instantly just shifted. But anyway, that's what nature do, Mother Nature. But anyway, like, damn, this shit beautiful. Holy moly. But anyway, when I made that post, it wasn't from a place of trying to attack anybody. It wasn't put from a place of trying to add on to the chaos and the divide and rift that already exists between men and women. It was me speaking from a perspective of reality of what I've gone through. And like, I really talk to people in real life. Like, I really start a conversation, and sometimes I won't. Sometimes I don't talk to nobody, but I still be talking to people. And I got a Gemini moon, but I have a Scorpio Mercury, so I'm not just gonna talk about surface level stuff. Like, I'm gonna really get to know you if I want to get to know you. And so like, the more my frequency started to change, the experiences I attract to change, the way people look at me changed, the way people view me changed, the way I view people changed, the way I view all this stuff changed. And it's like, bro, a lot of people really don't form truly intimate bonds with each other no more. Beyond just men and women, I'm talking about in real life. And I know this because when I ask people certain questions, they be like, wow, nobody's ever asked me that question before. Or people tell me things like, man, I've never told this to somebody. I don't tell people this. And it's because like of the work I've done, like I have become comfortable with certain parts of myself, with being intimate with myself. So it's like being intimate with other people and being comfortable with other people is something that comes naturally. And that's also how I know when I'm talking to somebody, like I can assess what type of frequency you are. And because we have social media and stuff now, if I start talking to you, I'm gonna look at your posts. Facts. Like, fuck is we talking about? I'm gonna look at your posts. I'm gonna look at what you be into. Like, when I'm watching your story, I'm gonna look at what you be posting, because like, I'm trying to see what type of person you is. Like, even when you in person, bro, people can still, it's not that they fake energy, because you'll be able to feel the energy, but I like to form a complete picture of a person. And in today's times, that includes social media, that includes texting, talking, FaceTiming, seeing what you be on, because it's like different versions of people exist in different places. So when you go out on a date, a person is always going to present the best version of them. And I've gone out on dates where it's like, man, you cool as hell. And then we keep going out on more dates, and eventually it's like, you're not cool. And that's the natural process of dating. But the more that I've grown in my frequency, I've seen that, bro. But this comes from experience. Bro, from the beginning, she wasn't a girl that was aligned with you. You was just in your ego, which is a fact. Like, and I can accept and like realize that because I've grown and I self-reflect. But I also want to say this. Women have been conditioned to think a certain way about men, and it actually leads to a lot of the issues that they complain about. And the funny thing is that women always want to talk about the patriarchy, but the way that they think about dating comes from the patriarchy. Like, all of the customs and all of that stuff comes from the patriarchy. If you really want to talk about like decentering men and all of this type of stuff that women be talking about, like, and I'm not gonna say all of it is wrong, because some of it be true, but it's all about the frequency you're approaching it from. And a lot of people is not approaching it from a high frequency, they're approaching it from a place of wounds. And when you talk about dating, a lot of people date from a place of trying to like have another person appease or distract them from their wounds. And they'll understand all that's gonna do is just cause more wounds, because now both of y'all wounds is tricking each other and you both not working on them. And then like, it's just a huge mess. So like, when I talk about getting to know somebody, like, we not necessarily gonna be talking about this type of shit right off the bat. So like, it takes time to build to a certain level of conversation of knowing somebody. Like, that shit just don't happen right off the bat. Like, and when I'm out in the world, bro, it's a lot of attractive women. It's a lot of beautiful women, and I'm attracted too. And I'm not saying that from a place of like being in my ego. I'm saying that from a place of like knowing, of like women having approached me, women telling me things like, and It's because of the work I've done and the work that I continue to do, and I'm gonna get more attractive. That's what I'm saying. But you know when a woman wants you to approach her because of the energy that she gives you. Like, you could feel when she wants you to approach her if you're paying attention to her. Like, if you're in tune with her, if you like, you know, like, women do things. Like, women have a certain way to communicate too that is not verbal. And that's why when I say communication, like, it's not always like just direct communication. Like, when I'm around a girl, I'll look at the way she stands, I'll look at how, and I'll feel how comfortable her energy is around me. Like, if she's like looking at me, like if she's giving me eyes, if she's subtly trying to get closer to me, like all of that stuff, like all of that is real, and that comes from real life experience. And that also like comes with how in tune you are with your own energy. Because like when you get in tune with your own energy field, when you're around other people, you start to feel how the energy feels around you. Like if somebody's fidgety around you, if somebody is nervous around you, or if somebody feels comfortable around you, if they feel safe around you. And like, that is why, like, I'm not just gonna approach a girl just because she's attractive and then ask her, like, all this stuff to get to know her. Like, the thing is, even when we go on a date, like, the type of person I am, how just the depth of my consciousness, like, we have to have certain conversations before we get in each other's energy. Because like, my energy is like intense, like intensely illuminated, meaning like I'm gonna see all your shadows, like the more I get to talk to you instantly. And that's just me being a Scorpio. That's just the nature of who I am, right? And you might see mine, and that's how it's supposed to be. And like, we have to each go back to our own spaces and reflect on whether or not like our frequencies complement each other. Like, do I want to keep interacting with this person? Like, is their shadow too intense to me? Like, is it not aligned with who I am? Like, how is their light? Like, but even to take it like more simply, like, what type of job do they work? Like, what type of person are they? Are they friendly? Are they grumpy? Are they moody? Like, all of that it factors into wanting to share space with a person. Like, I don't just go around like asking every girl that I see attractive for their number. Like, because if we want to get like to a certain level with this, like, people have to become so secure in themselves where you and another person magnetically come together, and it's so natural because the frequency you're on, and it don't feel forced at all because you both know who you are deeply. So it's like things naturally happen. Like, you will naturally have certain conversations, you will naturally gravitate towards each other, literally. And even when we talk about like the twin flame soulmate thing, when you start like experiencing these things in real life, like, you start to realize how your heart literally magnetizes things to you. It magnetizes experiences to you. It magnetizes people to you to show you where your heart is at currently. And then it's up to you to like discern what messages your heart is telling you where you're at. And then it's also up to you whether you want to upgrade or whether you want, like, maybe you need to do some shadow work. Like, all of that plays a part, right? So yeah, I say all that to say, like, when you start healing, you won't be like so triggered anymore. Like, when you're speaking, like talking, texting, whatever, you have a deeper understanding of what a person is saying. Like, so like, it's people who commented who know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, and I'm like, cause motherfuckers will make you think you tripping, and I'm like, I know I'm not tripping. Like, so when it's people who's on the high frequency commenting, and we exchanging like perspectives. I'm like, yeah, you get what I'm saying? But at the same time, when I like went through most of the comments, I started to realize what other people were saying too and why they disagreed. And I'm like, you know, that do make sense. Like, and I see where they're coming from too, because it's a lot of it's a lot of dudes who like to waste women's time. Like, and it's a lot of women who would like to waste dudes' time. Like, it go both ways. It ain't just one way. And we both trying to adjust and figure out, like, how can we form a better, more intimate, more healthy relationship with each other? Like, cause the shit that we've been taught, it don't work. Like, and that's why when motherfuckers try to say like traditional and all this type of stuff, there are certain aspects of that work, but there's also certain aspects that shit is burnt, bro. It's burnt out. So like, we have to have conversations about this stuff so that we can like literally update the realm. Like, that's literally what we are right now. We upgrading the frequency, all that type of stuff. But yeah, I got so much new stuff on the way. I got this new song dropping called Great Spirit, and it's really about like my healing journey thus far, and like how I started healing, like the things that I went through, my thought process, like my real emotions, like, and how my perspective was changed through changing my perspective. Like how not letting myself be set in one state of mind allow the universe to show me new things and bring me new experiences. And now I'm here. Like look at this. Look at where we at. But anyway though, big love. Stop being so judgmental, man. Like, let people live. Let people be who they are. People make mistakes. Like, everybody not trying to attack you. Everyone is not your enemy. And if we view the world as that, like, I feel like it would be easier to come to common ground.